Hi everybody, it's Gracie here from Fearfare Art Photography. Today, it's officially our first live that we are going to invite a guest on. So in the next coming weeks, I will be having more guests join us. And today we will be speaking. Hi Glenn, how are you? Because thank you for joining. And today we'll be joining Nate from 683 Weight Loss Journey. He'll be speaking about how he's going through his weight loss journey and what are the ups, what are the challenges, and what are the wins. Hi everybody. And also what tips would he be able to give us that will be helpful while we're going through COVID-19. So if you have any questions, shoot through and then I'll be able to ask Nate or Nate can send them through. So I grew up with Nate back at home in Niue, and when I first decided to go online, and I thought, hey, what better way to start this is to start from the community that I know, which is back at home in Niue, and and bringing Nate live. I'm hoping to also connect with the community, my Niuean community here in Australia and also back in New Zealand and in Niue, in whatever way we can help change your focus, change your mindset by going forward in the most amazing things in the world. So I'm just waiting for Nate to request to join. So bro, if you're ready, request to join and then I'll add you on. So today we'll be talking all great things about weight loss, about his journey, what the challenges are, what great things he's learned, and how his community, his support system has been able to help him through. I'll see if I can link on to Nate. Nope, I don't think I can. Okay, here we go, guys. We are linking in. We're waiting for Nate to join us. Super excited.
Ooh.
Hey, g'day, how you doing?
How are you? G'day, good, thank you. Yourself?
Good, thank you.
Good, thank you. There we go.
Awesome.
Hey.
Koelani for your time. I really appreciate your time and joining my community to share your story. Falafalaiatu and welcome.
Hey, Falafalaiatu, Gracie. Thanks for having me this afternoon. Hey, good to see you again, man. Been a while.
It has been a while, and we kind of like lost track of time, and we didn't really touch base for a while. And
years, I guess.
Yeah, and then I saw your journey through my personal page that really encouraged me to start, this mindset page that I have, the more me. So I was like, this is a great way to connect with you. And I'm learning so much from you. So that's why I have you on today. And I can't wait for you to share your journey.
Yeah, sweet as. Been nervous, but all good.
You've got this. So, bro, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Falafalaiatu. G'day to everyone who has joined us today. My name is Nathaniel Hipa. Well, most of my family and close friends know me as Seri. Seri I use growing up in Niue. And just when I moved overseas, I kind of just adopted the first name basis to Nathaniel. I'm a father of two, got two beautiful girls. I've got a beautiful partner as well. She's Niuean. And yeah, living in Sydney at the moment. And I'm on my weight loss journey. Yeah.
So welcome and thank you. Now, how has your support system been helping you through? Because I'm looking through your journey. You started in 2018. How's your family, your especially your partner and your two girls? How have they? What impact have they made in your life to continue on this journey?
The support, especially by my partner and the two girls, has been overwhelming. It's been really great. You know, like most good partners or most good wives and husbands, they're always there to support you no matter what. And my two girls as well. They've seen the worst of my, I'd say, of my journey. And like you
Mm,
said, 2018 was when a few, few, I would say, a few of the brothers passed away. That was probably one of the turning points that made me think about my situation because yeah, they were pretty big boys as well. Yeah, when
mm,
they passed away, I started thinking as well. What happens if that happens to me? So yeah, but between 2018 and July last year, um, I was doing a few tests over the few months, but it was far between seeing specialists and whatnot. And
mm.
yeah, I didn't really do much until I ended up in hospital for the sleep study and I found out how bad it was. I didn't think it was that bad until I got the results from the sleep study the next day and they kind of said, mate, you're not going anywhere. We're going to admit you in hospital today. And yeah, it just all went downhill from there. Uh, 2.5 weeks in hospital. And I
Wow.
think that was a game changing point, and big support as well from my mum as well. Yeah, she got on the first plane and she came here with a few of my brothers. I have a lot of brothers. Uh, a couple of them made their way here to Australia, and I'll always be thankful. Family and friends, the support group that I have, pretty tight, and our
Yep.
circle is pretty closed. And ever since I started this weight loss page, I've just felt the love and from everyone. It's like the Niue community as well. It's just like, wow, that's surprising because we know how we like to each other down most of the times when somebody's
Yeah.
trying to do something for themselves, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the
Absolutely.
support's been great. Um, I was a bit taken aback by the ones in Niue as well. Um,
Mm,
you know,
mm.
and I appreciate the love that's been shown by everyone. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I think they are so self-conscious about weight loss that everyone is doing it, and it's like, oh, okay. I think I should have started a couple of years back. Better late than
Yeah.
never.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
I really love how, as Niueans, as a Polynesian family, we always drop everything to go to anyone who needs us. But I wish, going forward into for the rest of 2020, is like not to stop. And can you hear me, bro?
yeah, I can. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to concentrate on
That's
taking
okay.
a good
What was I saying? Is to not wait until something bad happens to get together. Like we should
Yeah,
look at this time now to reflect on how much family means to us. I mean, even though we're going virtual, but at the same time, let's not
yeah,
get together, for your family especially as well to come and, be there with you when you're not on your bed and what have you.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
So true that.
I'm loving your Q&A. Is it Thursday? Oh no, that's your
Yeah,
throwbacks.
Q&A
And
Thursdays. Yeah,
I I find it so good because, like I said to you, you are educating people, and I know you're finding it so hard to accept that you have become a leader, in the weight loss journey world for the Niuean community, especially people our age. like the questions that they've been coming through, they're so epic, like they're so good.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just really crazy, you know. And it's sometimes
Yeah,
I have to think about what I type because I can't just put any BS up for because I know who's watching. You know, I get my mom mail me this, dude, what is this?
yep.
And I'm like, I really have to think. But you know, saying that maybe the last 3 or the last month, the questions that have been coming in have been pretty hectic, pretty personal. You know, and like I said, like when I first created this page was to keep myself accountable for my actions, and
Mm-hmm.
I've 98% of the time has been. But you know, when these questions came in, I went, "What the hell?" There's no hiding now, can you? Um,
Yeah, no
yeah,
hiding now, that's for sure.
yeah, Q and A's
That's for
is,
sure.
is it's a good thing. I you know I wouldn't call myself a leader for the weight loss. Hell, no, I'm far from it. I'm a participant. I'm just along for the journey, Gracie. Come on. But
You're
yeah,
showing up, man. You're showing up.
um, but you got a few good people out there at the moment who are really doing big moves in regards to weight loss, especially with Niue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got the BBM Niue led by Clayton and Mike Barnes and a
Mm-hmm.
few of the close friends, and it's just growing. You know, everyone's just got into it. Um, yeah, I'm not as totally as advanced as them in like mobility and stuff like that. I'm just going at my own pace and doing my own thing. But you know, respect and gratitude for those guys for always reaching out as well for the support that they have shown. That's immense. But yeah, but Q&A Thursdays is definitely a hit. Sometimes I say, man, I think I might take a break this week because I think people are still processing the shit that we talked about last week. You know, all of those things, they go, you know, I think about it a lot, and yeah, I think what I share, like I've said to a lot of people that I've talked to or spoken to over the last 10 months since I started my weight loss was I'm not really in the business to give advice because I am
Yeah.
in no position to give advice. I am just someone trying to change my life for my better,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just sharing my experiences and my journey along the way. And if you're there with me from the beginning, you will see the
Mm-hmm.
epic changes that have happened, the epic failures, the ups and downs, you know. And Q&A really helped me keep me sane in a way, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. You
Yep.
know, I get to think about things I didn't think last week or the week before. I
Yep.
mean, somebody comes up to me and they want to know about my underlying health issues, which I
Yep.
never thought about sharing.
Yep.
It really hits home, you know, and it sometimes makes me feel naked, like people are actually watching this shit and they're judging on the things that I say, and I really have to keep to it, you know. And yeah, it's scary sometimes. Yeah,
And
right.
and that's what I love about your journey. You're so honest. There's so much rawness in what you share, and I think this is why people can relate to you because you're not sugarcoating anything, man. You like someone ask a specific question, and you're like, "Yep, sweet. I'm going to go dig deep, and then give them the specific answer." Rather than just be like, yeah, man, I woke up yesterday and yeah, been around the bush. And
Yeah.
one question that I asked you was about sleep apnea and how much your weight loss journey has impacted your sleep because you were waking up 3 to 7 times a night. Can
Yeah.
you share with us on how you're going with your sleep?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Firstly, I think that sleep apnea is something that it's not. I believe it's not widely or talked about in the Pacific community. Um, it's a big issue. It's a very big issue. You know, you think that somebody's just snoring and he stops breathing during the short period of time, that sleep apnea, dude. I went and get it checked out. Um, I had sleep apnea. I found out I had sleep apnea and respiratory issues in July last year. Before that, prior to going to the hospital, I was scared to sleep at night. You know, I know a few people whose partners have passed away during the night, and that played up a lot of my mind as well. Plus the brothers passing away, 2018, 2019, and I'll be scared to sleep, Kirsty. Like sometimes I'll wake 6, 7 times up at night, and if I wake up at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning, I wouldn't go back to sleep. That's how scared I was, and that happened for a long time. You know, my partner I'll sleep, and she'll say, "Man, sometimes you'll sleep, you'll snore, halfway through your snore, you'll stop breathing, and you'll stop breathing for a long time." And then she'll just have to jerk me to wake up, and I'll get a bit surprised and a bit, angry and stuff. But she'll say, "Dude, you've got to wake up." And I didn't know how bad it was until the hospital. At one stage, I think I stopped breathing 30 or something, 40 times a night. That's how I stopped breathing when I was sleeping. I woke up like 6, 7. Sometimes I think the most recorded was probably 12, if I can remember. And I couldn't go back to sleep because I was always thinking about, what if I sleep and I don't wake up the next day? It's a few of the Niue Island boys our age as well. Somebody asked that question a few weeks ago and I answered it. And straight away they mailed me, goes, "Look, bro, um, I'm in a similar situation. I'm using a sleep app machine every night now, because of my sleep apnea, but because I think it's because we're young and we think we're invincible to this sort of shit that we don't want to share that stuff, right? Using sleep app machines at night is like that. We only see that in movies, and for old people, no way. It doesn't matter how big or small you are. Sleep apnea will get you anyway. And that's what I've learned over the last 10 months. Seeing the people that I see and the doctors in the clinic that I'm with at the moment, they really take you through all of this and they get you mentally prepared for anything as well. And sleep apnea and I guess with me, that was one of my biggest issues. My intake of oxygen was very, very low and my carbon wasn't coming out. And I think once I got that under control, they couldn't release me from hospital until I had a sleep app machine. That's how bad it was. And
wow.
it's just crazy, man. From there, it's just every night and slowly getting better with the weight that's shredding off slowly. There's a big difference. But I'm not taking anything for granted now. It's just use it. Or as well kick the bucket. So
Yeah, absolutely. And how are you sleeping now? Like, are you?
Yeah, I'm sleeping really well. Like the first night I used to sleep that machine, I slept like a baby. So it's really, really good. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm just going to backtrack back to Q&A, and that's your Q&As are good because often what you share is it's from your personal experience, but what the questions that people ask you, it's what they're actually going through without saying, "Hey, Nate, like, can you help me with this?"
Yeah, exactly. That's what I found out a lot as well. Like the people who ask the questions are the people who follow up with the mail or the personal chat. And I appreciate that. I'm here to talk to anyone who's going through a similar journey, and there's a few other blokes as well who are going through the same thing and just sharing. And I'm in a good group now of people who are going through their weight loss journeys together. Like we just pretty much bounce off each other and see what they're going through and how they're doing and give advice and whatnot like that. But it's crazy. I just share what I've experienced. I don't go and anyone else or just answer a generic question like give it generic answer, but it's not worth it. If you're gonna tell something, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and again, like that's what I love about your story is you tell it like it is. You don't sugarcoat, and that's why I wanted to start with you. This
Thank you.
connecting with the community.
Yeah.
Now, I love your T-shirt, and you often your main hashtag is feed your focus. So, focus equals feeling, feelings equals action. How are you feeding your focus, and how are you staying on top of it?
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
All right. So I was saying how you know your focus. You focus equals feelings. Feelings equals action. How are you feeding your focus to be on top of your game? Every single day.
Man, all I think about is my why is pretty much like I can't afford to get into a state of mind where I feel sorry for myself pretty much. And feed your focus as well. It belongs to my bro Wesley, like Wesley McCoy. His tops, I get sent by him and Imprint as well from Auckland. They're big supporters of mine. And like you can see most of the tops that I wear have been sponsored by them and like try to promote. And the same goes with A Plus as well, my family brand. So yeah, I wear what I feel like, and they've come through the hardest times as well. Feed your focus is something I've really adopted. When it was first introduced to me, it was a no-brainer. If my focus has always been my whys, my family, when you're in a situation and like where you're at your lowest point and you've got nothing else to think about, but with your family, they become the driving force. They've always become the driving force of what I've done. And I don't want my girls to grow up without a dad. That's always at the back of my mind. The occasional days where I get up and I'm feeling a bit tired, and I say, I'm not going to do anything. Then I just back into my head, have a quick think about it. Think about what happened in the hospital. Think about the tears that came down, or the lonely nights you're by yourself in the hospital. Had a lot of time to think about it, and it pretty much. That's why I like saying feed your focus. You've got something. You have to have something. You have to have something to work for. And my family is always been that focus of mine. Losing weight is a bonus. I'm surprised I've lost this much weight. I'm just, but yeah, my focus is my family. That's why I've always made your focus. If you're down, think about something that motivates you to get up with your ass and do something. And plus, if you've got a partner like mine, as you know, she is bang, 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 get up.
Yes, go girl. Go girl.
So feed your focus is one of my favorite hashtags. So yeah.
Yep.